In the last film, I said I was going to make the dog chase a bone. I kind of decided that I wasn't overly impressed with the dog and the feet moving. I think one or two of you might have been a little bit confused by that. I might have struggled with it. So I thought what I would do is start with a slightly different way of animating sort of feet on an animal. And for this particular one, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a cartoon sheep, fun enough, because I've googled for this. I'm going to take this particular sheep, and you know, size-wise, let's get the bigger, well, 500 by 500. That's a big image. I think actually what I'll do is I'll just have this one. I'm going to just copy that particular sheep, and I'm going to go after fireworks now, where my dog was that I made a complete mess of, but it worked. File, new. Press OK, and I'm going to have this small sheep which I'm going to paste on here. Once again, what we're going to do is we're going to rip out, oh gosh, that's not going to work too well. Let's try taking the tolerance down and holding down shift and in there and just between his legs there and down there, and press delete. And if I control plus, which I should have perhaps done, you can see that we have our cartoon sheep. A little bit pixelated, this one. You could have got the bigger image. It's no big deal. But another way of animating legs, if you like, especially works particularly well here where the legs are sort of below the sheep, is you can just draw them yourself. And that's what I'm going to do. In this particular one, I'm just going to lose the sheep's legs. I'm going to leave a little bit of grey there just so I can have markers of where the sheep's legs would need to be in the animation. But I'm just going to fit that canvas, and we'll go File, Save As, and yeah, it's a GIF, isn't it? So transparent. And again, a sensible name we'll call Sheep, and press Save. So that's it really. I'm not going to draw any legs here. I'm not going to cut the legs out. This might actually be a slightly easier way of doing it for you guys, but there's a little bit of a problem as we move on, but you'll see what it is anyway. Let's go back to Flash and let's import our sheep to the library. There he goes, and he's over here on there. And now what I'm going to do is I want to make a little movie clip of the sheep's legs moving. Now, I am no artist, but I'm going to attempt to draw a movie clip of a sheep leg. Again, don't just call it MC leg, because if you did that, you wouldn't know which animal in the library things apply to. So, movie clip of sheep leg, and this is going to be kind of tough, but I'm going to take a pencil, which I'm going to use if you're using a straighten tool. Well, look, if you do straighten, it kind of goes, you go like that. It does like these sharp lines. If you've got on smooth, and you kind of go like that, and I think I'm drawing roughly the same shape, it sort of smooths out a little bit, not quite as sharp, the lines on that one. Not sure I illustrate that very well. Let's just try something that looks fairly smooth, and you'll see that the lines are smoothed out a little bit. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is I am going to take, I don't want this brown colour, I'm going to take black. I'm going to attempt to draw a sheep's foot without using it. If you've got tablets at your school, then use them because they're fantastic. I'm going to try and do it using a little finger pad thing on a laptop, so this is going to be kind of difficult, so bear with me. They kind of went down, didn't they? And then sheep are cloven hoofs. They went out a little bit like that, and they came down, and then a little gap there because it's the hoof. And this is shocking, but let's see how it works out. Oh, it's not too bad. Let's take a paint bucket and flood fill it. So there I have my sheep foot. Yeah, a very important graphic, this one, which I'm going to select. And I'm going to right click and convert this to a symbol. This is a very important graphic, so it's going to be GRP. And make sure that is, and again we're going to call it sheep leg, a sensible name. Now, going back to the tail thing and the rotation, if I control plus, we need to make sure this circle is not here, because if I start to rotate this, it rotates around this point. I actually want to move that point up there, and we'll have see, it rotates better like that. So same principle as before. I'm going to start off by rotating this one forward. I'll go to frame 5, I think. I'll insert a keyframe. We'll rotate it back. Fantastic. And we'll go to frame, actually I think 9 would be correct. 1 plus 4 is 5, and then 5 plus 4 is 9. Anyway, being pedantic. We'll insert a keyframe in which we will rotate it back. You could copy and paste frame 1, but I just tend to find I like to do that. It's not quite right. Let's rotate that one a little bit more. There we go. That better? Still a little bit out. Never mind. I'll tell you what though, when I motion between it, I do have a moving sheep leg. Ooh, there it goes. So let's make a movie clip now of the sheep, and you can see it's getting kind of busy in the library. That's why it's so important to name everything with something that makes sense to you. Let's insert another new symbol, which I'm going to have MC sheep, which must be a movie clip. Always one of the big problems. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll do this deliberately wrong. I'm going to go MC sheep, leave it as a graphic, and you go, oh no, crazy fool, I made a mistake. MC sheep over here, graphic. You can see by this that it matches GRP, this shape. You can actually just do this, right click, type, and you can make it a movie clip, and then we're all happy. So that's kind of a little way to get you around one of the most common problems that people have with Flash. So let's go and bring my sheep on. Here he is. Or she, sheep, and I want a sheep foot. And where is that? MC sheep leg, I should say. Let's bring one on. It's kind of enormous, so we must resize it, and we'll bring it down to a sensible size. That's not too bad. Now again, if I use my arrows to move that over, again, logic says you want the sheep in front of the leg, so we'll just go right click, and we'll go arrange, and we'll send backward, or send to back either. And I'm going to copy that one, and I'm going to just paste that, and I'm going to move that one down to around about there. And again, it's in front of the sheep, so arrange, send backward. Now, I don't really want 4 sheep legs going in the same way. If I just go to scene 1, and for the moment let's get, I'll just drag MC sheep on, here he is. Fantastic, let's press Control Enter. I kind of have like sheep, they're more like sort of dangling. What I really want is the other 2 legs to be sort of going in the other direction, the other way round. So, well, you'll see in a moment. The problem that I have is this. I could, if I go back to MC sheep, I could drag on MC sheep leg. Actually, that's a stupid thing to do. I could just copy and paste that one, really. I could just copy that and paste it, and then using the free transform, I could just sort of flip it round. Now, the sharp-eyed amongst you will say, well, okay, that works, because see how the cloven bit is now at the back of the foot. I'm being pedantic, so I'm going to say, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, if I just pop that down for a moment, and let's send that, arrange, send that to the back. That's all send backward, and go back to the scene. We can press Control Enter now. We can see the sort of sheep's legs are, well, we need another extra one at the front, but I have a problem with this cloven bit being the wrong way around, because, you know, being a perfectionist. So I want to change that. What I'm going to do is this. A little technique to get you around that problem is if you go to MC sheep leg, and you simply just right click on it, and we're going to select duplicate, movie sheep leg copy, and then if we go into that, what I would do personally is say, well, okay, oh, what happened there? I want this one to start in the backward position, I want this one to be in the forward position, and I want this one to be back in the backward position. And a quick check here shows that that's roughly about right. Let's go back to MC sheep, and if we just Control plus, I'm going to lose that, but I'm going to drag on MC sheep leg copy, which is going to be far too large, so I'm going to have to Control minus, and we're going to free transform that, and we're going to get that down, and we'll plus zoom in. Too far. Need to get it roughly the same size. You can actually set it in the dimensions down here. See this one? 34.5 and 38.5. That's 31.7, so it's, let's do 34.5 and 38.5. Fantastic. 38.5. So now, same size. But now, the cloven bits are around the right way. So I'm going to just arrange, send backward, and then I'll copy it. And I'll right click and I'll paste it. And we'll put that one over there. And we'll arrange and send backward. And now, what we have is kind of like, look how little sheep's legs go. Very exciting. Of course, in the what we'll do ultimately is move the sheep from left to right. So that's another solution for making animations of legs. You can copy sections like we did in the dog, and then paste them, make them move and paste them on, or you can actually draw them from scratch like we've done in the sheet. Up to you anyway, but what we'd like you to do is make sure that now some of your animals actually have some form of moving legs in there as well.